All right, we are back here on SportsLine. Just heard from Tennessee. They get set for their opening round game against Longwood, 1:45 on Thursday from Indianapolis in the South region. If we move over to the East region, also in Indianapolis on Thursday in the evening, it'll be Kentucky, the 2 seed, against 15 seed St. Peter's. And then to follow that, a really intriguing matchup. 7 seed Murray State, champions of the OVC, winners of 20 in a row, against 10 seed San Francisco out of the West Coast Conference. Both teams with metrics that tell you that they're way better than what the seeds on the bracket tell you. And so it is a fascinating game. And then, of course, oh, by the way, if Murray can win and get that 21st consecutive win, you set up a matchup in almost 99% certainty with Kentucky in round 2. A lot of people up there in the Commonwealth thinking about that potential matchup. We got a chance to talk with one who's not. That would be head coach Matt McMahon of the Racers, Sunday night on the Electric Power Company's Sunday Sports Central. For more on the East region, we're joined now by the coach of one of the hottest teams in all the land. Matt McMahon's Murray State Racers have won 20 in a row, perfect in the OVC regular season and tournament. Matt, congratulations. How confident is this team you're taking with you to Indianapolis?
Hey, thanks so much. Great to be with you tonight. Well, I love my team. Our team has been resilient all season long. We've had great balance on the offensive and defensive end of the floor. And we have great experience in guys like KJ Williams and Tevin Brown who have won a game in this tournament before. So I love our group. But we got a very difficult draw, as every team gets in this tournament. There are no bad teams in the big dance. So San Francisco is really good. It's going to be a big 3 days of preparation for us.
It's exciting every time you get in the dance, but so much was different last year dealing with COVID and everything that brought. And I know you were disappointed at just 13-13. So to have the turnaround and get back this year, how special is this?
Oh, it's just special because it's our 4th championship in 5 years, our 3rd tournament championship in 5 years. The COVID year was crazy. I put zero stock in that. But we've had a special team. From the first day of spring workouts, these guys have really worked hard. They've competed at a high level. And most importantly, we have a true team. We have great talent, but they're all bought into the culture of the program. We brought in some transfers from the portal who have sacrificed individual numbers, set aside personal agendas and egos to form this team that all they care about is winning. And that's why we've been able to have this success to this point in the season.
KJ Williams has always been a really good player, but this year he's not just been the OVC Player of the Year, but I think one of the best big men in all the country. How much has he elevated his game for you?
It's been awesome to watch, Steve. He's been incredible all season long, but the last 6 weeks, he's gone to another level. Almost averaged 20 and 10 in OVC play. Just had some monster games. Scored 31 points and a half in a road win at Tennessee State. Was the unanimous Player of the Year in our league. Just his versatility at 6'10", 245. Can score with either hand in the post, really shoots it well from 3. And what I've been most pleased with, Steve, he's really taken his defensive game to another level. He was 2nd in our league in steals, and you don't see that often from a 6'10" big man.
And you're definitely not one-dimensional on the offensive end of the floor either. You got KJ, but then you have Tevin Brown, Justice Hill, and others on the outside that can really shoot it as well. How much has that balance helped you all year?
I think it's been critical. We have 3 guys who have had a 30-plus point game this year. Tevin Brown, to me, is one of the most underappreciated players in all of college basketball. He'll soon go over 1,900 points, over 600 rebounds, 400 assists. He's the all-time leading three-point shooter in the history of our league. He's an excellent defender. Juice Hill has really elevated our point guard play back to what we've been accustomed to here at Murray State. He's the best point guard in our league. It's just been fantastic. He's one of the top guys in the country, assists to turnover ratio. He had a 36-point game at Belmont in a win. where he was 8 of 11 from three. So those three guys, all first team, all leaguers, and deservedly so.
So now comes the crash course of preparation. How much do you already know about San Francisco, and how do you slow down that offense of theirs led by Jamari Bouye and Khalil Shabazz?
Well, the challenging piece of it is, like us, I think, very balanced offensively and defensively. The offensive numbers jump out at people, but then you look how good they are defensively. One of the best defensive teams in all of college basketball. All the analytics will tell you they're a legitimate top 25 team in the country. They have great guard play. They have good size up front. They're a dominant rebounding team. They're one of the best teams in the country defending the three. So we'll get like you said, a crash course tonight, watching more film. But certainly at first glance, it's going to be a great matchup.
And Matt, I know all your attention is on that game for right now, but I would be remiss. Everybody in basketball always looks for the storylines, and the bracket comes up, and you're there with Kentucky, possibly waiting in round two in a basketball crazy state like the one you're in. Were you at all surprised by that, and what would it mean for your program to get that opportunity?
Well, I of course have great respect for Coach Cal and the University of Kentucky program. And I understand the fan interest in having those type of hypothetical discussions. But for us, we approach this just like we approach the OVC tournament. This is a one-game tournament for us. We have to get better this week and prepare to do everything in our power to go 1-0 on Thursday and beat this really good San Francisco team. If we can't get that accomplished, there is no matchup with Kentucky. So we won't spend any time as a program even discussing that type of matchup down the road.
Well, hopefully we'll still talking about it next weekend, because that, of course, means you've won a game in another NCAA tournament. Matt, congrats again. Thanks so much for the time. Good luck this week.